Hi Sean, just to recap on yesterday's session in the bunker, as we explained, the faults that you're suffering from aren't actually that great. They just have a very bad effect on the outcome of the shot that you're hitting. I just took the time to put this footage up of two different players, Tiger bottom right, Mike Wilson bottom left, face on and down the line, just to let you compare your technique to theirs. If we look at you first of all, from face on, you can see that your setup bears up well. Maybe a little bit too much flex in the knees, but having said that, much better than it was. During the takeaway, club tended to set a little bit too much. If we then compare that to, again, a bottom left, just a little bit more width. Not a tremendous amount. You can see the very similar position as you approach the top of your backswing. Then as you come through, this was where the main problem lay. Club comes in pretty well, but we go after that and there's no release of the golf club. If you look at that there, the club comes in a little bit too steep because the ball's too far back, and then you lead and go after it too much, trying to keep that left wrist firm. If you then take a look at what our friend below does, there's a much more free release of the golf club. He's going to come down into his left side, the club's going to enter the sand because the ball's further forward, and he's releasing the club more. You can see there, look at the contrasting release at that point. See how the club passes the hands. It's one of the few times in golf where that's actually beneficial. And what he's going to do then, he's going to increase at the last minute, he's going to increase the bounce on his sand iron, and you can see there a much shallower divot, sending the ball out of the sand. So it's a much better release through the ball as opposed to holding the left wrist firm. If we look at you from down the target line, again, posture very good, set the club nicely. If we take a look at what Tiger gets up to on the way back, again, very similar posture, sets the club nicely through the right shoulder also. But then as he comes down, you can see that sort of release, and again the club is held open. You can see that the club face stays pointing at the sky in the through swing, sending that nice shallow divot of sand out the bunker with the ball sat on top. With yourself, as we illustrated earlier on the face on view, path of the club's fine, but it's that dig down and trying to keep the left wrist firm too much to impact. So as we said earlier, you know, a lot of similarities between your technique and a good player's technique. The reason the shots aren't performing as well as they should is that move there through the ball. Too much digging rather than a bigger release and more of a sweeping action to impact. Judging by the shot I saw you hit at the bunker on the first today, things are looking up. I hope it went well, and I will speak to you tomorrow.